Well, it's finished. AFL 1, Sunderland 1. 8 players of Sunderland Association Football Club, 8 players, mind, have been tested for COVID. 1 has been found to have symptoms of COVID, and the rest have had to isolate. Had to go in isolation. The players probably that have to go in isolation are Wyke, Power, Flanagan, Matthews, Maguire, McGeady, half of Sunderland's goddamn side that won on Saturday 4-0 at Lincoln. We spoke to the AFL. Well, I personally didn't, because if I did, I wouldn't be nice. But they spoke to the AFL Sunderland. And the AFL said, I'll read it out to you. Make what you want of it. I'll read it out to you. Here we go. This is what the stupid AFL are absolute embarrassment to associations or organisations or whatever you want to call yourselves. You're just an embarrassment, full stop. Let's see what they had to say. I forget what the exact wording was now. So it's either the AFL have rules in place for postponing matches, but the government says you have to isolate. If your players have COVID or have signs of COVID or symptoms of COVID or have been in touch with symptoms of COVID or players who have COVID, you have to isolate for 10 days. So you cannot play. So half our squad's out. But the AFL says it's okay. It's fine. We have to play this match. We have to play the match. According to the Sunderland official website, now that is, which it says, basically, here we go. Due to the severity of the impact this has had on the team's preparations for Tuesday's match, the club explored the option of postponing the fixture. We want to postpone this match. Half our team's out. We want to postpone it. For the health reasons, health and safety, COVID government laws, we wanted to postpone it because our players weren't fit enough to do it. Newcastle did it. It's perfectly fine with the FA. The FA, you know, top organisation, have the brains in the right place. AFL haven't got a brain cell amongst a lot of them because they let Berry go. They let Berry go in administration. Let Berry go bust. They let Berry just go out of existence. This is how good the AFL are. Absolutely pathetic. But after a long dialogue with the AFL, disappointingly, an agreement couldn't be reached. Why could an agreement not be reached? Why? Due to the lack of clarity. The clarity of what? The clarity that half our team are out with COVID. Or clarity regarding the AFL wanted to force sanctions on Sunderland. They wanted to punish Sunderland because we had half our team out with COVID. Is that right? Is that what's happening? So other clubs and other teams get away with it. But because we Sunderland, we're from the North East, the AFL couldn't give a shit and wanted to just sit there and make life as difficult. Our first team squad, some of these players who were in contact with some of the other players at the weekend, they could be carrying COVID. Have a test doesn't mean you got it. If you're negative, the symptoms don't show for 2 or 3 days later. So these players could be passing it on to Wimbledon players. But the AFL, that's perfectly fine. That's okay. That's fine. Because their rules absolutely suck. They wanted to impose sanctions on Sunderland. There was no clarity. How was there no clarity? Either yes, you can postpone it, or no, you can't postpone it, but we're going to fine you, we're going to dock your points. What? How can you not clarify that? As nobody can make a goddamn decision in the AFL. AFL. Sorry, English Football League. Yes, AFL, English Football League. Bristol Rovers has postponed their match for exactly the same thing. Bristol Rovers have postponed their match today against Charlton for the exact same reasons. And they've postponed their match on Saturday for the exact same reasons. But we're not allowed to. Let's see what happens to Bristol Rovers. We've been threatened with sanctions. Let's see what the outcome of the Bristol Rovers situation is. See if they get away with it. nothing happens. You know, well done, Bristol Rovers. You did the right thing for health and safety, for the spread of COVID. You've postponed your match. You've cancelled your match. We completely understand. Yes, well done. We'll even give you a few £100,000 because you did the right thing. But no, Sunderland are threatened with sanctions. Allegedly. If that's true, then the English Football League, something that should be investigated. This should be investigated by the government. Should investigate the English Football League for helping the spread of coronavirus. That's what I think. It's finished 1 apiece. Like I said, English Football League 1, Sunderland 1, and Wimbledon were playing as well. Now, we had 8 of our players out. We started, you know, I don't even care about the match. You know, I don't care about the match because I'm that sick. I knew when I heard it at the start, when we played our reserve side, we weren't going to win. Even though you want to stay positive, you want to be hopeful. But you must stop the spread of coronavirus, simple as. You've got to stop it. Something needs to be investigated on this situation tonight. Something has to be done. AFL should have the book thrown at them for me. But maybe I'm just a Sunderland fan, so it doesn't really matter what I think. Nobody really cares what the Sunderland fans think. Anywhere south of Middlesbrough, nobody gives a shit. So we've dropped 2 points. Luckily, Hull got beat tonight. Yes, luckily, because I don't care about anybody else now, about the other teams. If we're getting punished, then dog eat dog. Hull got beat tonight. Well done, Hull, you got beat. You know, I do wish you all the best in the Football League. But they got beat. Peterborough have won. Peterborough go joint second. Lincoln have lost. We've gained a point on Peterborough. Sorry, we gained a point on Lincoln. We've gained a point on Hull. But it doesn't make any difference. This game was for the taking tonight. We dominated most of the play. We gave away a stupid penalty from McFadden, who got 1 out of 10 because he was absolutely terrible tonight. Man of the match. Why not? Bailey Wright. Scored the goal. You deserve man of the match. You showed Will Grigg what to do. Will Grigg missed 2 absolutely good opportunities tonight. He couldn't score in the brothel. I mean, how? He couldn't score in the brothel if he had £1,000 falling out of his pocket, hanging out of his nostrils. And Aidan O'Brien, Aidan O'Brien, I'm sure he's came straight from Potato Field. Oh, I'll tell you what it is. It makes you laugh. Just as well we got Charlie White. Just as well we got Charlie White. Poor Charlie White was sitting at home, isolating, thinking, oh, what have I done to deserve this? I could have scored a hat-full night against Wimbledon. But yeah, I give it to Bailey Wright because he had a bit of a niggle as well. He stayed on and he did really well. He scored the goal. It was a great finish from Bailey Wright. But like I said before, villain of the night, AFL, English Football League. I mean, I'm not the brightest spark in the world. I admit I'm not the brightest spark. I don't know what the rules are. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what the English Football League rules state or what they are. This is not a normal season. This is not a normal year. When have we ever had COVID? Is COVID included in these rules? When have we ever had COVID in the English Football League's history? Never. Not an English year. Common sense has to prevail. A bit of common sense. Common sense is lacking big time in the English Football League. Stupidity is abundance. Stupid people who work for that organisation. And I found way off the ballpark, and it has something to do with Stuart Donald, because Stuart Donald, you know, has a lot to answer for, and if he for some reason has forced this match to go ahead, then what can I say? What can I say? I ain't going to go into that subject because I'll get even more annoyed than I am now. Right, thanks for watching the video. Thanks for watching the live stream tonight. It was a funny old live stream, and I do appreciate it watching the live stream. Please subscribe to the channel again. I appreciate that. Like the video if you like the video. And we move on to Saturday. Should Saturday's match go ahead? Should the match go ahead? For me, no. Postpone the match. There's no way in the world. There's no way in the world. If we've got 8 players with COVID and potentially more players coming out with COVID, should that match at the weekend go ahead? Well, you know. It's one rule for everybody else in the league, another rule for Sunderland. Right there. It's not sour grapes, because it's not sour grapes. No, it's just a fact. A simple fact. Right, again, I'm going to go now. Thanks for watching. See you later. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your life.